Well, trying to work out what Gillian Keegan means is a little bit difficult. Why use an expression like 104 schools are not mitigated that were being mitigated right now? I've looked into that sentence. I still do not fully understand what she's talking about, except I think she's trying to suggest that this is just the tip of the iceberg, and that before we even got to this, apparently some 50-odd schools had already had their concrete repaired, or I don't know how you repair this concrete. But that is the only conclusion I can draw from the nonsense that she comes out with. Why use words which are incomprehensible? To mitigate something is to make something worse, or to make something less worse, to make something less severe. But you don't use this word in a sort of common sense way like this at all. It's madness. It's linguistic chaos. She's trying to hide something, and I'm not quite sure what she's trying to hide. And she's also trying to prepare us for 1,500 more schools to be named, and therefore compromised. So, yeah, harbinger of doom, and it makes it so much worse because Rishi Sunak had already cut the school's budget. So, at this moment now, we're looking at sorting out a major problem with a small amount of money, and significantly less money than we had before COVID. And instead of this being a problem that is going to be sorted out in a sort of long-term, slow fashion, it's something which is now being dealt with in a knee-jerk wave of anxiety. I suppose the only thing that can possibly be done at this stage is to hire lots of porter cabins. So children are going to be taught him. I remember it happening to me, actually. I remember on my birthday, or maybe the day afterwards, I can't remember, half my school burnt down, and suddenly we were being taught in porter cabins after half term, and it was perfectly agreeable. And I went into my A-levels in this sort of porter cabined attitude, and did quite well, actually. But it's not what you expect from a school. And the government and schools have had years to prepare for this problem, and they haven't done it. And I think the problem is not so much the schools as the government. Now, the government is now trying to wag the finger of blame at the schools by saying we've given 1,500 schools a questionnaire and they haven't returned them. Ooh, your fault. It's been the summer holidays.